My family spent 3 months buying boy clothes, throwing a gender reveal I never asked for, and posting about their grandson because I let them. My daughter was born last Tuesday. My mother was in my living room with a party planner before I'd even taken off my shoes. I'd worked a 9-hour shift, my feet were swollen, and I was 6 months pregnant. I pushed open the front door and there they were. Rita, my mother, sitting at my own kitchen table across from a woman with a laminated binder and fabric swatches fanned across the surface like a poker hand. "Surprise!" Rita said, like she'd done something generous. The woman introduced herself as a celebration coordinator. She started explaining smoke cannon options. Rita had already booked a venue, already sent the invitations. The party was in 2 weeks. I stood there holding my work bag and just said, "You did what? You've been so busy. I just wanted to help." Rita reached over and patted my hand. It's what moms do. Troy and I had found out we were having a girl at 20 weeks. We'd agreed to keep it between us for a while, just sit with it, quietly, without it becoming everyone else's event. But my family had been circling for months. My sister Amber had a Pinterest board with nursery themes for both genders. Troy's mom kept tagging us in Facebook posts about reveal trends. Rita called every few days asking if I'd had the anatomy scan yet, like she had admitting privileges at my OB's office. That night, lying in bed, I stared at the ceiling and said, "What if we tell them it's a boy?" Troy turned to look at me. "What?" "Blue confetti. Boy name speculation. All of it. And then when she's born," I didn't finish the sentence. He was quiet for a moment. Then, "She booked a venue. She hired someone with a binder. Blue confetti," he said. Obviously. The party was something else. Rita had gone all in. Blue tablecloths, blue roses, blue ribbon on every chair. There was a balloon the size of a small child that Troy and I were supposed to pop together on the count of 3. Amber filmed from 3 different angles. Rita was already tearing up before we even popped it. When the confetti exploded, she burst into full sobs. "A boy. I'm getting a grandson." She hugged relatives I barely recognized. Troy's dad started talking about football. Amber grabbed my arm and said, "I knew it. I had a feeling." My aunt started a group chat called Baby Boy Planning Committee before we cut the cake. The next 3 months were relentless. Rita bought bow ties, tiny suspenders, a onesie that said, "Mama's little man." Troy's parents tracked down a vintage baseball glove. Amber made a custom nursery sign, "Little Man Cave." Rita posted on Facebook, "My grandson is going to be such a heartbreaker." 15 blue heart emojis. She said things like, "Boys are so much easier, trust me," at every family dinner, and nobody asked her to stop. Troy started playing along. He'd say things like, "Can't wait to throw the ball with him," and watch Rita beam like he'd announced a second pregnancy. I went into labor at 38 weeks. Rita rushed to the hospital and leaned over my stomach in the delivery room. "Take your time, baby boy," she whispered. Troy stepped into the hallway. I could hear him laughing from behind the door. When our daughter arrived, she was 7 pounds 4 ounces and absolutely perfect. The nurse wrapped her up and settled her into my arms. Rita walked back in a few minutes later with Troy's parents. She stopped mid-step. The nurse said, "She's beautiful." Rita's face went completely still. 7-4, I said. "Everyone, meet Violet." Troy's mom looked at the pink hat, then at Troy. "But the confetti was blue." "Confetti doesn't determine biology," Troy said. "That would be weird." Amber walked in holding a gift bag covered in cartoon trucks, saw Violet, and just said, Wait. Rita sat down slowly, like her legs had made a quiet executive decision. "You knew," she said, "at the party. You already knew. We found out at 20 weeks. Her voice went small. "You knew, and you didn't tell me. You booked a venue without asking me." The room got very quiet. Troy's dad started laughing, actually laughing, and covered his mouth too late. Rita reached up and touched her hair. There was a single blue confetti piece still caught near her ear from the party 3 months ago. "I bought so many bow ties," she whispered. My dad, who'd been sitting in the corner the entire time without saying a single word, raised his coffee cup toward the bassinet. "Welcome, Violet," he said.